Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Harris. I'm the author and the producer of the Fruits of Virtue podcast. We're running a series about the lives of individuals who inspire us and leave exemplary lives. I hope you'll enjoy the story about Mary, you'll just see now in the next few minutes. She volunteers 25 hours a week in her community, serving a number of agencies and helping those who need her help. She finds herself happier, having better physical and mental health, having more joy in her life. I hope you'll enjoy her story.
And you've been behaving yourself. I miss her. She just texted me and said
This is Dr. Michael Harris. I'm with Mary, and this is part of the Fruits of Virtue podcast. I met Mary in a class a few weeks ago, and I was so impressed with her story. I wanted to share it with you because she does amazing volunteer work and has been doing it for some time. And so, Mary, first I would like you just tell us about yourself, where you're from, and just a little bit about your life.
well, I'm from Idaho and around this area, and I don't have any children, and my husband and I have been married for many, many, many years, and I'm retired now, so I just wanted to fulfill my life in other ways.
Fabulous. Tell us about some of your volunteer things you do at this time.
Well, for the last 13, I think it's 13 years, I order and take care of shipping and stuff for my church's little store, and I volunteer at the senior center and answer phones, and I go down to the humanitarian and help them, and I'm sewing right now and do what I can there. And I help with our senior luncheon over at my church sometime. Well, I am involved with that, and we do homebound ministries, and I don't know what else to say.
That's pretty amazing, actually. How many hours approximately do you think you give to volunteer work each week?
Maybe 20, 25.
Wow! Can you imagine if everyone even did 5 hours a week in our communities?
Well, yeah.
That is really admirable.
And that's just an estimate, Michael, because sometimes in the store I do more, and I do the store for customers coming in once, twice a month. So
This is at the church.
at my church, yes.
Wonderful. Where do you think you developed this desire for helping others?
I've always had that desire because I worked as a CNA and for many, many, many years, and I'm compassionate to people's needs, and I get overwhelmed sometimes because I try to help everybody and it's just impossible. And my husband says, "Why do you worry about that?" Because it's important to me.
So, have you naturally been a giver even when you were young?
I would say yes, because we just weren't felt like we were supported and loved by our parents until later. My dad was never home. All he did was work and fish and hunt because to feed the family. And my mom, I think she was bitter about her life.
But so even early on, you just had empathy for other people.
Always had empathy, and my mom would tell me, "Don't wear your heart on your shoulder." But Michael, I can't help it. That's who I am,
Yes.
and I get hurt really easy.
Okay. Okay. So
You just keep going.
you keep going. So with that empathy, there's sensitivity.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
can
a
get
big
hurt.
crybaby.
Were you raised in Idaho?
Oh yes.
Okay. Okay.
I've lived other places, but there's no place like home.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Well, that's interesting. So 25 hours a week, and you indicate you've been doing this for how long?
Well, I've done the store for 13, 14 years. I've been here at the center for maybe 4 or 5 years, but I just started the humanitarian about a month or two ago, and I love it. So
What do they do over there?
they make blankets, they make ropes, they make rice blankets for the kids that are, I guess, stressed out, mentally challenged people, and they make toys, beautiful wooden toys. They carve wood, they crochet beautiful hats and coats. They
Wow.
do lots of stuff over
Wow.
there.
And then is it donated?
You have to request it. The different agencies, like last year, the senior center got tons of blankets for our homebound people and hats,
Okay, interesting.
which is, oh, that's a wonderful organization
Absolutely.
over there.
Absolutely. Any interesting stories that come to mind of helping someone, where someone was touched or you made an impact on someone's life? There's probably lots of people that don't tell you how you impact them because people don't always share. But if you weren't doing them, who would do them? Would they get done? Because it takes manpower, doesn't it?
Here, for example, they're just treat me like I'm a queen, and I don't feel like that. They're just kind, loving, and they swarm me with love, and I think that's payback for what I do.
Wow. Wow. Very good.
And my supervisor here is the most wonderful woman in the whole world. So
It's fantastic.
I want to help it, but I don't feel like I'm worthy or better. Or I just do it because that's who I am.
Well, I think that's a sign of humility, don't you?
Well, yes.
You're not looking for the limelight. You're just trying to help and serve.
No, I don't like the limelight. I just do it because it's right for God.
Very good. Very good.
So,
Very good.
and that's what I do.
What would you tell someone who's thinking about wanting to volunteer somewhere in our community? What would you tell them?
To get out there and do it because it'll make your life better and you'll feel more accomplished in life and it'll make you happy. I'm
Yes.
happy when I'm here.
Yes. Yeah, I've read over and over studies that say you live longer, you live happier. As you said, your mental health is better, your physical health is better when you do volunteer work.
Well, I'll tell you a weird thing, and people will probably think I'm a weirdo, but when I was going to retire, I had to retire because situation was not good there. I promised God I would do service for him, and that's what I've been doing.
Wow.
I promised him, so I have to do it, even if I'm a naughty girl sometimes.
So it's a promise. They talk about covenants in the Bible. It's a covenant. Then you made a promise.
I did make a promise, and I tried to carry it out, and I help where I'm needed. That's all I can say.
What brought that about that you have a desire to make a commitment to God?
Because I was in the wrong direction, and I think he saved my life. And between him and my beloved husband, they just steered me. Oh, I fail, and I argue with the heads of my church sometimes because that's how I am. But God takes care of me, so anyway.
Mary, it is delightful to know you and to make your acquaintance. Thank you for sharing your story. There's so much good being done in the world by people that don't get a lot of credit. Not that they need it. It's done quietly, right, away from the limelight and the cameras.
And there's a lot of people that I'm associated with that give, and they don't expect anything back. They just do their thing.
Oh, very good. Thank you again for sharing this story, and hopefully it will inspire someone to maybe do a little bit more if they realize that that's something that would help other people.
People need to realize we all need love and just to keep going.
And when you're helping someone, that's all about love, isn't it?
It is
It's all
about
about
love.
About love.
And not judging.
And not judging. Very wise counsel. Any final thing you want to share with our audience?
No, just step up to the plate. It's better than being home sitting alone all the time. So
Very, very good. Thank you so much, Mary.
you're welcome.
And take
Michael.
care.